Hey everyone, Dan here. Before we get into it, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like and subscribe button. And keep in mind that these are my own thoughts, opinions, and ideas. These are not meant to be, nor should you take them as, investment or trading advice in any way, shape, or form. Do your own due diligence, put in the work for yourself, and make your decisions based on that. Enjoy.
All right, folks, here we are on Thursday, January 4th. We're going to take a look at Nikola today. So Nikola had come out of this downtrend resistance that we've had on the chart in order to fill this gap, did that relatively quickly. And since it filled it, it was trying to stabilize around this 85.25 level that we had. And just recently slipped through it down over 11% yesterday. Now, for the time being, it is currently up about 9%, putting in an inside day here. So we'll see if that continues to take shape or if it stretches out further. But you see volume ticking up there leading up to that recent sell-off. Now, I'm going to leave this downtrend resistance here for the moment just in case there's a big plummet and it sort of re-engages with it. But I mean, that would take a lot. So I don't know that that's really going to take shape, but we'll see. Now, where we're situated here, there's not a ton of price action to go off of, but we could scroll back here a little bit, see what things looked like last time this ventured through the 80s. We could put in a level or two. So this is obviously not in the 80s, but we'll put one down there at about 70 cents. And then let's see what we might have that's a little bit closer in. That was consistent support and resistance. Okay, I got this guy here, 77. So we might just have sort of this stretch. There would be one here too, 80.13. All right, so let's get that one in. Okay. All right, so it gets a little bit cluttered, but because the price is so tight in at the moment, hopefully it's not too bothersome. So if we sort of get back to our present day action, here's what it looks like. Building off of that level at 77.05 at the moment. This was just sort of hanging down here, as we have this sort of gap in price, well, in levels, not really in price, between 70 and 77. So we'll see if more price action takes shape. We could put some levels in there if folks are interested. But if it does continue to push back off of this big, recent decline, I would look to see what it does right here at 80.13, which is right about where it is at the moment. If it can build off of that, the question becomes, can it attempt 85.25, and what does it do when it gets there? It was trying to hold it as support, so I'm wondering if it might be pretty strong resistance if and when it gets there. Obviously, we'll just have to sort of wait and see. Now, on the think or swim side of things, we have the channel here, and we had this trigger and fire on the TTM squeeze indicator that led us up to this big drop here. That was this drop here, I believe, 23% drop. And then scooping back up, and as you see here on the channel, it sort of makes sense where it came to. So it fell out of the channel, very quickly regained back to the mid-range of the channel. That's also what then filled the gap. Tried to pin itself to the mid-range of the channel, and then has recently slipped through. Now, at this very moment, it's trying to build support on this upper mid-range of the channel. See this bound here. So we'll see if that can take shape or not, or if it's going to shrug off. You see these wave clouds kind of diminish and retreat toward the mid-range, and then they pick up again, right? And then they diminish, and then the question is here, is this going to pick up again or not? Now, in the histogram, really sort of a rocky journey here. We had a bit of bullish momentum here, died off. That was relatively symmetrical. Nice symmetrical move here on the histogram. Picked up and died down. That's what led into this long trigger where it was just sort of blipping. And then, this push down, pretty symmetrical die off there as well. At least no hiccup candles is what I'm saying. Now it's back at the baseline, but it's real herky-jerky, right? It's like bullish momentum picking up, dying down, picking up, question mark, because that candle is still getting put in today. So sort of wondering, the histogram here had it as this was pinned to the mid-range, that the bullish momentum was very granted, very small pickup in momentum, but it was showing a slight pickup. And then the question is, did it get quashed yesterday, or is it going to regain and just sort of like have a hiccup candle like we see here in this latest push? We'll see. In any case, the channel is relatively wide and it has plenty of room to go either direction. If it pushed the lower bound of the channel, would put it into the 60s for the time being. If it pushed the upper bound, it would put it back up over $1 for the time being. Obviously, that channel shifts as price action gets put in, so it's dynamic. So where it is at this day, won't be where it is in the future, most likely. But we'll see what continues to take shape here. If it does come up and touches the mid-range in the near future, probably gets it into the 80s, if it's in the very near term. So we'll see what that looks like, but trying to make a push at the moment, putting in a nice hammery looking candle. So we'll see if that continues to take shape or not. But these are the levels as I see it, and that's the situation with the channel as I see it. All right, folks, I hope that your trading week is going well. And as always, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next video.